Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. We are here today to talk to you about the new album from Andy Black. For those of you who don't know, Andy Black is the side project of the lead vocalist of Black Veil Brides, Andy Biersack. And this is his first record. It's called The Shadow Side. And I kind of knew what to expect going into this album. Might have been last year, maybe the year before. Andy released a song called They Don't Need to Understand, which I really enjoyed. If you've watched any of my videos before or listened to my podcast, you know that I really enjoyed that song. And I was really looking forward to this album when it was first announced. Since it was announced, he released a few songs, notably We Don't Have to Dance and Stay Alive featuring Skiba. And I really enjoyed both those songs when they first came out. Then he released another song called Ribcage before the album came out, which I didn't enjoy at all, purely lyrics-wise. Musically it's decent, but I really am a stickler for lyrics that flow well and make sense. It's why the new Bring Me the Horizon album, That's the Spirit, bugs me quite a bit, because lyrics like True Friends Stab You in the Front kind of just put me off. So a song like Ribcage with the lyrics, nothing from the cage of my ribcage, I think it is. It just bugs me. Like, come up with something better than that. It's kind of childish and really just takes me out of the song. So I popped this album in yesterday for the first time, and I'll say this: it's a good record. It's not the best record that Andy's ever done. I think Wretched and Divine is still the best thing he's ever been a part of. Having said that, he's never put out a full album that is perfect from start to finish. And this is no exception, unfortunately. I think this album's a little too long. 13 tracks is a lot of songs, and maybe if there was a bit more variation on the record, then I wouldn't feel that way, but for the most part, this album is very samey. A lot of the songs just sound really similar to each other, and because of that, they start to blend together, especially towards track 8 and on. But having said that, the record starts off really strong. The first song, Homecoming King, the only gripe I have about it is that it doesn't really feel like an opening track to a record. It feels like maybe the last track on a record. Maybe if the record had opened with We Don't Have to Dance, which is the second track on the album, then maybe it would have started a bit more upbeat. Maybe that's not what he was going for though. But with We Don't Have to Dance and Ribcage and Stay Alive being the next tracks after Homecoming King, it feels like he wanted to have a high-paced opening to the album, so Homecoming King is a strange choice. Having said that, it's a brilliant song. I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorites on the album, and just lyrically it's really cool, and is a real throwback to like your teenage years and all that kind of stuff. So a good song, a good soft opener, and then We Don't Have to Dance is a banger. Ribcage, as I said before, I'm not really a fan of. Stay Alive, for me, I think is the best song on the record. Skiba's addition on it is really strong, and just the melody in the chorus is just so catchy and so melodic and beautiful. I really enjoy that song. So as you can see here, I've got the track listing on my screen, and looking through it now, Beautiful Pain is another great song, as well as Love Was Made to Break, and another one that's a really good song is Louder Than Your Love. Other than that, there are a few other good songs, but overall a lot of the songs are just too similar to each other, which is my real problem with the album. I think it's a solid record. A good debut for him, but I would like to see in the future maybe some variation. If I get some hate for wanting some variation on this record, can I just say that I get into music to hear things that I haven't heard before, and I love albums to take me on a journey, and this one starts off that way and then just kind of trails off because the songs are just so similar to each other. So if there was a bit more variation and a bit of a change up here and there throughout the record, then That'd be really great. I hope that he does that on the next record. Production-wise, it's produced impeccably. It's produced by John Feldman, who always does a great job producing and always just smashes it out of the park. So there are no issues with the production. And another thing is, this isn't a rock record. It's a pop record. I think the thing that makes people like me and people in the rock press and all this kind of stuff interested in this record is Andy's voice, which I think is the thing that keeps this record in the rock genre. You can't have a voice like his and say it's a pop record, because even though everything else around him is pop, his voice is just so strong and has that grit to it that it stays in our world. So overall, I really enjoyed, really enjoyed this album. Just needed some variation, and it's a solid debut. My top 3 tracks are going to be We Don't Have to Dance, Homecoming King, and Stay Alive. Stay Alive, for me, as I said, is the top track of the album. It was a great second single. It would have been good to see a video for that one, but overall, a really good album. I'll give it a 3.75 out of 5, and that's all I have to say about that.